Hello out there in TV land. I hope that you are enjoying your pandemic. I have to say that for myself, it is not quite Burbank. But we're here with the top 10 pandemic pet peeves, just like David Letterman, other night show host. Here we go, top 10 pandemic pet peeves. Number 10. Kids in face shields. What is up with that? On August 6th, the CDC published specific guidance that they do not recommend face shields. Let me say that again. They do not recommend face shields for preventing infection spread. So if your kid has a face shield, it may look cute to you, but with a severe acute respiratory tract pandemic, being cute will kill ya. Ba-dum-dum. Number 9, nose, cheek, face. Oh, I feel a sneeze coming on, and I don't know it. I might sneeze and accidentally, asymptomatically infect someone and not know it. Whoa. Kind of interesting. Number 9, nose, cheek, facial coverings. You may have missed the news, folks, but when they said a novel coronavirus that causes a respiratory tract infection that is thought to be transmitted when you cough, sneeze, or talk, biology was probably not your best sport in high school. Yeah. Whoa. Okay, number 8. People driving alone in a car with a facial covering on. Probably a guy over there doing that right now. We've got a pandemic crisis, folks, and so if you want to pass this course, you really have to keep up with the reading. On July 6th, the CDC published specific guidance, very specific guidance to explain that what they said last February is still true, despite what you might have heard in the news. A facial covering is not medical grade protection like a N95, and one-ply cotton is not going to protect you from a microbial infection any more than it will protect you against tear gas if you've been going out getting tear gas. Droplets are water, and the piece of cloth tied on your face absorbs water and is only there to serve as a COVID-19 catcher on your face to keep you from infecting somebody else with your germs. And 10%, folks, of that jet stream still gets through, in addition to the majority of aerosol droplets and particles smaller than 5 microns that sneak out from the side. Ooh. It's going to be a long pandemic. Number 7 on the top 10 list. Apartment elevator hugs. You know who you are. Okay. We've got a pandemic and you don't want to die. It's understandable. But you voted to be non-essential, so Mr. Rockefeller, you don't get your own elevator. Lucky for you, you are not dealing with SARS or MERS, where the majority of infections occurred in hospitals. And a novel coronavirus apparently doesn't like hospitals either, because only about 5% of infections have occurred there. Even The Guardian agrees with that. Saw that just the other day. And although over half of the fatalities to a novel coronavirus have occurred in nursing home outbreaks, there have been absolutely no reports of outbreaks in apartment complexes. So maybe nursing home workers don't bring their work home. At least that's what the science appears to say. Okay. Whoa. Number 6, People who say they are using the science who don't know the science. Governor Ralph Northam, the nation's only physician serving as a state governor, sends Attorney General Mark Herring to court. I've actually seen him, with reports he read in the newspaper. And reporters are not scientists, except maybe if you are a weatherman. Ooh. Number 5, wearing a mask in worship service. You can walk into a burger joint or a bar, order your food, or go to the beer garden and consort with your old friends, maybe pick up drunk women, but when you go to church, you have to wear the mask all the time. And you can't even sing louder than your normal speaking voice, on fear that your instrument might infect someone else. Maybe church folks are more prone to infections, and apparently they accept that conclusion because very few are complaining about it. Can I get an amen? Number 4, closed schools and online instruction. When schools got closed, every kid dreaming about a graduation commencement or a senior prom he spent 4 years dreaming about had an online petition. But now nobody wants the chance to meet their date for the senior prom and work up the courage to finally ask after 4 years. Maybe that's why we have online dating for adults. Moving on. Number 3, closed businesses and churches that have closed their doors forever. Gone on to the hereafter, failed to make provisions for the hereafter. If you really ain't black, like Joe Biden says, you may have noticed that some great places to go hang out and relax are no longer with us, victims of a novel coronavirus. But if you are black, like Joe Biden says, forget about only patronizing black businesses, because when your Democrat governor closed non-essential businesses, yours were at the top of the list. And according to Black Enterprise, 41% are now a part of black history. At least Alfred Street Baptist Church can find some more relics to donate to the museum. Ooh, moving on. Number 2, Black Lives Matter protests. A little politically incorrect. Of all the times in the world to decide to protest and riot about social justice, how intelligent is it to begin during a legal pandemic when the majority of the dead are black and Latino? Stay at home ain't all a bad thing for you statistically, unless you are one of the elderly in nursing homes who account for over half of the fatalities and for whom no one is protesting for social justice. But the guys you elect to work for your government, for you, want you to keep on marching into the kill zone for your rights anyway. Okay, it's a black thing I don't understand. Whoa. And finally, number 1 on the top 10 pandemic pet peeves list. Pass the envelope. Drum roll, please. Blaming everything on Donald Trump. Police brutality, pandemic pathogen, closed businesses, and rising infections. Donald Trump, isn't it obvious? Ask a Democrat, he'll tell you it's because Donald Trump. And even though he provides nothing to support his statement, you want to believe him because he's supposed to be educated and know science. But what happens if he is wrong as 2 left shoes? And the only reason he is telling you anything is because he is pretty certain that you are so stupid you won't know it till it's too late and wake up surprised. Something to think about, folks. And we'll be right back after these messages. Don't go away. Hey-oh! He did that thing.
This advertisement was authorized by Mike Webb.